Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. I heart Aries. My name is Chelsea, and this is the channel where we do all Aries readings. All right, I thought I would be able to get this open easier. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I haven't done the morning energy readings too much this week because I'm just trying to recharge. I'm trying to get to the end of personal readings because that's been very taxing and the drain on my energy. And just to reiterate, all readings are closed right now, even the text chat hotline. They're all closed. I will next week, hopefully after I get a little bit more rest, I will next week be coming on probably about 3 times. I'm going to try to do it like at least 3 times a week, hopefully 2 times a week. It's summertime, so I can't really stick to any type of schedule. Don't hold me to it. Don't hold me to it. Because I'm just got a piece of hair right there. I would come on live and do the questions on live because it gives me space and energy to control when I'm doing readings, because I'm not right now during the summertime. The text tarot chat line will probably be open maybe once a week. That's it, because I don't want to be answering questions every day. And I'm going to just tell you a little bit why, okay? And this is why I'm going to keep saying this. And on the Patreon, I'm going to work with people as well to get to know your birth chart and to teach you your own birth chart. Right now, I'm having a major spiritual transition because I have, you hear me talk about it all the time. I have a lot of 12th house placements, which contributes to why I am so intuitive, why I'm so psychic, which also kind of contributes to why I'm a loner. I have to go in isolation to recharge, but Jupiter is currently transiting that house, the 12th house. And let me just explain a little bit. I'm going to read this to you guys. I said, this will be better to explain exactly what's happening and what's going on. My main priority right now is getting anybody who, I think there's like 2 people who have not received a bracelet for the cosmic cash flow. Somebody, and I'm working through that right now. I don't need to know that. But as far as getting the first batch, I had to send all new ones again. I should not have let my postal person pick it up from my house. I need to go in and do that. And so everything has been crazy around that. That's the only really thing that I'm taking care of, is anything that has been forgotten, any bracelets that need to go out. And like I said, just bump your email back up to the top. So far, I've gotten pretty much all of those voice chat emails out the way, but those kind of drowned everybody's email and pushed them all the way down. So just bump it up to the top, and I'm answering it or dealing with it one by one as they come in. All right. Good morning. What is that little thing right there next to Renata? Hello, Renata. What is that? Oh, you're on the community. They have a community leaderboard. Hello. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, Pammy. Hey, Shan. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me this morning. So I'm going to do a morning energy reading, but I'm going to read this first because some of you may be able to relate. A lot of us have the same placements. You know what's something so funny? The other day I was doing somebody, and I can't remember who it is. I was doing I did 2 ladies' birth charts back to back when I was doing the cosmic cash flow. And I always like to pull up their birth charts and everything and go through it. Do you know these 2 women were born minutes apart, the same year, obviously the same day, different states, but the names of the cities that they were born in were extremely similar. And it was almost like, and they were next to each other. Like, I think they were like touching states, and their birth charts was almost identical. It was so crazy. I mean, I'm sure there's like 1 or 2 things that were off, but I was like, damn, I was like, people looking for a soulmate, and a sex partner. And I really feel like, honestly, they're in the same soul tribe. So I feel like that's what it means. Like when you find your soul tribe or your soul circle here, they don't know each other. Obviously, I didn't tell either one of them, but I just thought that was so cool that I saw 2 different people's birth charts. They don't even know each other. And like, they're almost like astrological twins. And both of their names start with a K. So as this is like, whoa, that really tripped me out. But I'd like to get into all of that too. I don't know if you guys watched the video yesterday, but you guys were so kind. You was like, "Oh, your hair is so pretty, and you know, you got your hair done." This is still the same old braids I've had in for the last few weeks, but y'all are extremely kind, so thank you for that. um, um, but that's something that I'm going to get into on the Patreon, which I announced yesterday is going to go live on June 5th. And I don't want to just throw it up and just be like, oh yeah, here you go, because there's a lot of things that I'm going to be working on through there. This is, like I said, getting back to the Jupiter transiting my 12th house. 12th house is all about soft launches, secret launches, things that are hidden, things that are behind the veil, intuition, psychic, karmic, like things like that. And so everything that I'm doing here from now on out until next year, until I have like my how do you say it? My astrological new year is when it touches my rising sign Cancer, and then I can go more public in certain things, is going to be kind of within community. So you'll be getting your updates from here and everything like that. Good morning. Hope you have a great day. Thank you so much. You too. April 17th, birthday twin. Yes. It was cool. Okay. So my 12th house is in Gemini. Okay. It's in Gemini. And let me just break this down. The 12th house, I wrote all this down for you guys. 12th house rules the subconscious, solitude, rest, spiritual work, hidden enemies, dreams, self-sabotage, karmic patterns, and retreat from the outer world. And if you have your birth chart available, pull it up right now so you can see if you have this placements as well. Okay. So the current transit through my 12th house is Gemini as of late May 2025. All right. So Sun in Gemini until June, of course, we know June 20th. Themes are around illumination of hidden patterns and subconscious fears. I've been doing a lot of subconscious work. This is a time to rest. That is what I've been trying to do. Reflect and release what no longer serves me. Solitude is powerful right now, like literally so powerful for me right now. I told you guys the other day I was doing a reading and my spirit guides were giving me downloads about myself because that was the only way they could really get to me at that moment. And so that's how I knew, like, okay, I got to take a step back because I'm getting downloads about myself. I'm trying to get somebody else reading. They are telling me I have to take a step back. I have to do my own spiritual work. It is very hard to do that when I am constantly tapping into somebody else's energy. So you understand? This is my annual spiritual cleanse right now. Okay. I'm being prepped to rebirth during Cancer season. All right. Which is my rising sign, if some of you didn't know. And I have to take care of my mental health, protect my peace, and journal my everything right now. That's pretty much what I'm going to. 12th house placements also can point to sometimes hidden illness, hidden mental illnesses. It can, or just things that are really suppressed that other people don't see about you. So it's always very important that you do a lot of inner and soul work and subconscious work. Sometimes when you're tired and you're drained and you have 12th house placements, I know a lot of people have been telling me that. A lot of you guys are very psychic and intuitive yourselves. I know it because I've done your birth charts. So I know it. So this is why you need to get in touch with that. If you're drained, it may be you're going through the same thing that I'm going through, and you need to take a step back from certain people and certain energies and do some inner work. So like right now, I'm doing inner child work for myself. Okay. So my Venus is in Gemini. So it could be secret admirers, karmic love, all that shit, whatever. That's not even important. That happens all the time. But Jupiter in Gemini entered May 2025, and it stays until June 2026. This is a year-long theme of expansion of my spiritual life, spiritual growth, dream world, and inner healing. So what does this mean? Jupiter is doing deep, deep healing and dream expansion work behind the scenes. This is what I've been feeling that has been coming, especially around the healing from my mom's passing. And this is why I said June was going to be off limits for readings, because I kind of felt that I was going to be going through some sort of deep purging, deep healing type of thing. Okay. It's clearing karmic baggage to prepare for a lucky new beginning once it enters my first house in Cancer rising in mid 2026. And mid 2025. You may have heightened psychic downloads. I'm having a lot of downloads. That's what it says, prophetic dreams, or be more drawn to metaphysics. And I'm working on a lot of cool stuff for the Patreon. So I just need, like, right now, themes of mental clarity, subconscious work, and healing. Thank you guys for all the hearts. I don't know if somebody's doing that, but thank you. Um, and so I don't know. I just wanted to work more with that of people's birth chart 101. Once you pay for the Patreon, that is kind of like your access to me. I'm going to keep posting on YouTube, obviously. I haven't posted on Goddess of Hope because they demonetized me on the other channel, which is fine, because everything is moving in alignment exactly how it should be. I feel like they demonetized me because my spirit guides are telling me to move to a different platform. So they're not even allowing me to have another avenue on YouTube, probably because of the work that I am going to be doing. I kind of got a download that a lot of my stuff would be moved to more of a, I don't want to say hidden, because you'll have access to Patreon, but less regulated type of platform until mid next year. And then I will come back with something new and fresh as a channel on YouTube. But this is kind of like, I don't even know what to call it, maybe behind the veil subconscious work that I'll be doing with more of a private group. It will be affordable. And I will say this, anybody who is a member on this channel, you can, I don't know if I can say it loud, but you can deactivate it. I don't know if YouTube is going to patch on that. I would tell you to deactivate, especially if you're anything past the high priestess tier. Once I start to Patreon, I would say save your money and go to Patreon, because the only thing I'll post on in the membership tab here is what is videos, is readings, more readings. Anything else, like I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to tell you everything. One thing that I'm definitely going to implement on the Patreon, which I told you guys before and I never got to really start, and I feel like it was a reason, was the tarot, doing the tarot readings, like giving you guys an opportunity to have a free tarot reading, but using your tarot reading as a teachable class, right? To help people learn the tarot. I'm a very hands-on type of person. So I feel like I learn by doing hands-on. So to be like a group reading, you can submit your problems, your questions, your situations anonymously if you need, if you want to be anonymous, and we'll use your situation as I do the reading to learn how to read the tarot. That is something that I wanted to implement on YouTube, but I never got a chance to, just because I was just so overloaded. And so that is one thing. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you. I have something else, a segment that I am so excited about. Like, it's like, and I'm a blabbermouth and I'm trying to keep it a secret, but it's something that I'm so excited about and I'm so passionate about. And it does incorporate tarot. It does incorporate the pendulum, but that is something that I'm going to launch on Patreon, and I'm going to announce it on Patreon. So once you log in there, you will see it. And so I'll be posting on there way more. I mean, every day I'll be posting videos on here, and I'll still do the morning energy readings and things like that. But as far as new things that I'm launching, all of that is going to be on Patreon. And I'm going to keep it reasonable. That's why I said, if you're a member over here, if you want to cancel anything higher than the high priestess, I would do so, because you're going to get a lot of free perks over there. Okay. All right. So let's do the morning energy reading and make sure it's not an emergency. Somebody just called me from my family. All right. I don't see no voicemail or no text message. Okay. All right. So if you're just tuning in, hey, Allie, I would rewind, and catch everything that you missed. You didn't really miss a lot, but all right. Protected guidance. Hello. I am too. I am really excited about Patreon. I feel like a lot of time, I feel like I was held back from doing it because I didn't really have any direction. And then, always fear kind of plays a role in that. But now that I'm getting so many downloads about it and what to do, it feels good. It feels refreshing. It feels like a new start that I need. All right. And that's another thing through this transit, this Jupiter transit, we didn't talk about this a lot, and I think we will, I will more on the June video, but June is supposed to be a very lucky time astrologically for about everybody. I mentioned that in the video yesterday, and it is a great time to launch new things. Especially if you're Cancer rising, all right, it's going to be transiting your 10th house, and that's going to be around career and things like that. So it's a great time to launch and start new things. But the thing is that there are still going to be sacrifices that have to be made. So one thing will have to be let go. And that's why the one thing in my life that I'm seeing it has to be let go is the personal readings. That has to be let go in order for other things to expand in my life, only because it is an energy drain. All right. Let's take a look here. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. And of course, there'll be ways to get readings, but it won't be every week. Look at that. Not for you. Clarify this. Soulmates. Regeneration. All right. So there's a situation here. Not for you. Little fortune cookie. What does that say? Nope. The fortune cookie says nope in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it says soulmates. And you have regeneration. So Aries, this is about a relationship. Soulmates could be a romantic relationship, a romantic partnership. It could be a friendship. Like I just described the two people, I did their birth charts and they have like the same birth chart. It could be a friend. It could be a friend turned enemy is what I'm hearing. Frenemy. It could be even a situation here of where it was once in alignment to you. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be something where it was once in alignment to you. And now it is no longer in alignment to you. Okay, hold on. I'm so sorry. I got to let the dogs in. It is hot outside and they're pugs. All right. Do you hear Pugsley breathing? They get overheated and pugs can have heat strokes outside. All right. So this could be something that you were once in alignment with and now you're not anymore, right? The soulmate energy could be something that you once loved to do, or even a person. A lot of you, it's a person I'm picking up on because I'm seeing something. I'm seeing like a face. And the not for you. Let's read not for you before I go into that, just so you can see, because regeneration is all about regrowth, rebuilding the self, rebuilding a version of you. It's something here where it's time for you to let it go in order for you to rebuild. All right. Yeah, they get hot quick. It says a clear knowing that something is being denied you. Rejection is God's protection. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the result you seek always seems to elude you. It's as if you don't really get to be in the game and you feel you're just watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now, that indeed your dreams for the exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is for your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust it. I'm going to read the relationship message because I feel like for some of you, it is the case. It says some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them that is obvious from the beginning. Well, that is a word. That is a word right there. I'm going to read that again. Some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them that is obvious from the beginning, but the red flags escape your observation or you refuse to acknowledge them. Okay. Whew. When a relationship is not meant to be, it is not possible to make it be. Rejection is a sign that you're being protected by the divine. If you are the one who must reject another, remember that you do so for both your sakes. For every pot, there is a lid. This one may not be the best fit. I say that I stop because as a reader, I do a lot of readings for people in relationships where the red flags were there from the beginning, but you still continue to pursue it. And then I do about 5 more readings telling you the exact same thing. So it's all about, look, I go through the same thing and just in different stuff, it's all about, like, how many times have you guys heard me say, okay, I can't do personal readings anymore, and then I still do them? How many times have you said that? Like, my spirit guides now are like literally adamant about it to the point they're draining me, because I've heard that many, many, many times anytime I do my meditation, but we still do it. You understand? And so I see that a lot in love situations. I see that a lot in love situations where something is not good for you, not healthy for you anymore, or it's just, again, like I said, at one point, maybe it was good. Maybe it was beneficial. Maybe you were in alignment with this person, because remember, we're always growing. We're always evolving. What do they say? Like, you're not the same person every 7 years, right? Like, you regenerate, especially if you've been with somebody a long time. Now, what a beautiful thing that you can continue to grow with somebody, but sometimes that's just not always the case. It's not always the case, and you have to be willing to let go. I think that's literally one of the most beautiful lessons, and that we have to learn, that I think some people just dread it because we get so comfortable and like we feel so safe. But I think letting go is probably the most beautiful thing that we can do here on this earth, literally, because it allows us to leave this earth. But we are so afraid to let go of things. It's so crazy. And there's usually always something better. Not even usually, there is always something better. You just have to let yourself receive it and be open to it. Ooh, 3 cards came out. 7 of Cups, the Hermit, and the Hierophant. I'm going to leave that right there. We got Taurus energy. We got Virgo energy. Cups, water energy. The Empress wanted to flip out here. All right, show me what else here. 8 of Swords underneath the Soulmates. And then the Lovers and the Knight of Pentacles. What does that look like? Literally looks like he's moving away from this relationship or this love relationship. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. Because 5 of Swords, arguments, strife, headaches. So, okay, what I feel here is that, tell me about the Lovers, Knight of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Yeah, Temperance. Tell me the 8 of Swords. The Moon. And tell me more about the Temperance. King of Wands. So we have the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is all about illusions, confusions, decisions, and choices, options, decisions that you have to make. There could be a lot of feelings and emotions involved. So it is very difficult for you to make a sound decision for yourself because of all the feelings, because of all the nostalgia, the memories, the good times, the bad times, all of that mixed in together. But the Hermit here is asking you to pull away from that. Solitude, right? Solitude. Really go within and follow that inner guidance system, that inner light right there. Okay. That inner light is going to lead you. It's going to lead you to something better. The Hierophant here is about institutions. It could be marriage. Some of you could be pulling away from a marriage or relationship or a job. The Hierophant can represent a job, something that is like done by the book, has the rules and regulations. And it could even just be a period of time for you to break free from something that has all of these set rules and regulations in order to be free, in order to feel these emotions that you need to feel and work through this stuff right here. Like, this is somebody here that is trying to make sense of something and they need to work through something. And so you may need to kind of pull back away from this thing that has this set of rules, regulations, and different things. Now, that could be hurtful, right? Because in a relationships, I see it as a sense of somebody telling somebody, look, I got to be alone for a while because I need to work through my own shit and you're not helping me. You know what I'm saying? And that could be hurtful to somebody else who's like, but why? I love you, and we equate love to needing to be with something, needing to be with them because we love them. And like literally how it said with the not for you, like in the relationship, sometimes the best thing that you could do for yourself and someone else is to separate. So they could see the things that they couldn't see, and you can heal and they can heal, right? Underneath the soulmates energy, I have the Eight of Swords and the Moon. That's like, ain't nobody seeing straight in this situation. If this is a love situation or a friendship situation, nobody's seeing straight. There's a lot of hidden emotions, feelings, and it almost feels like neither person, if this is two people, can make sense of it. It's self-sabotage at its core because of some sort of emotional depth that is not being reached. And I feel like I'm almost like, because I'm hearing band-aid. It's like if it's two people, you are trying to pose as a band-aid to somebody's own deep emotional wounds and traumas, or each other's, and you're not band-aids. You really need to do the healing, do that work on your own. Now, could there be a period of you come back together? Yes, obviously. I also see this as, if this is a job situation, it could be a job or a career that you once was truly in love with. You thought this was your thing. You thought this was your purpose. You thought this was your passion. This is why I always say, stop kind of tying your purpose to a job, because I don't really think we're sent here to work, so I think that could be so confusing because everybody ties their purpose to a job. And I think we just out here supposed to be living and helping each other, uh, you know, but because that, when you do that, that's going to bring a sense of depression when your soul is telling you, I don't need to be doing this anymore. I need to be doing something else. And you're like, but it's my purpose. I think your purpose is whatever you were doing through that job that connected you to others. But that doesn't mean it has to be done in that building or in that job or in that place or through those regulations, right? Your purpose could really just be connecting to someone and putting a smile on their face. And maybe that job gave you an avenue to do that. And now you could do it somewhere else, okay? Because this is an energy of feeling very stuck and confused, and a whole bunch of limitations, like limiting belief systems that you oppose on yourself, that is not allowing you to break free, okay? And then you have the Lovers. I pulled a whole bunch over here, but the Lovers, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. Let's stop right here. Soulmate connection, but the Lovers also talks about choices, this duality. What do I do? Matters of the heart. You're being guided here by Archangel Raphael and blessing something here, but you're also being pulled in a different direction, maybe to build something. The Five of Swords here is saying that there is some sort of mental strife, anguish, confusion, or even some sort of hidden information that you're not yet privy to. And you may be able to get whatever you need to receive once you break away from it. I always see too, when people break up, especially if they're entangled in a toxic situation, you really can't see the truth of the matter until you take a step back or you get out of this other person's energy. Energy is so real. Okay. Somebody else's energy can completely throw you off. And then you can have somebody else's energy that can completely heal you. But it's, you don't really understand until you kind of back up into solitude and put yourself, by yourself. Okay. Then I have the Temperance, Sagittarius energy, and I have the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sag energy. This is all about balance and growth and healing and patience. King of Wands here is about doing his own thing, being very passionate about it, but I'm also hearing the word regeneration. So that's the King of Wands, rebuilding oneself, healing oneself, needing to pull away from a situation here in order to regain a sense of your vitality, energy, creativity, passion, drive, direction, and focus is what I'm hearing. So let's take a look here at regeneration. The King of Wands can also be an entrepreneur. Like if this is a business here that you're moving away from, an institution, this could literally be entrepreneurship, which is going to be the next phase of your life, which is also going to be very healing and beneficial for you. If it's a relationship, this is somebody who's just going off to do their own thing, have fun, explore the world, be, and do enjoyable things. It doesn't always have to pertain to sex. We have rebirth. So it says rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or a loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Okay. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. The relationship message here says the world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss. And in this moment, you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. So that's beautiful. As I say, one thing I learned about jobs is that they come and go and life goes on. That is true. That is so true. I think we were conditioned for so long to believe that this is the only way that we would be safe, which is a lie because we're not really safe at a job. They will literally clear out your desk if you die, and you will be replaced. So it doesn't matter though if you work at a job or if you work for yourself, as long as you're doing something that leaves your mark on this world. Because it may be through some job. There may be a job out there or a place where you can work where it is so in alignment for you. But the point is, don't get so attached to things. Be able to let go of whatever you need to let go of at any moment, so you can continue to evolve and find yourself in the different phases of your life. All right. So that is what I have for you guys. I'm about to be late for the gym again. You guys take care. Bye-bye.